Hey guys, welcome to episode 2, our deep lore walkthrough of the Elden Ring. Surprisingly starting from the Eternal City. Wow. In the last episode we covered the well depth location and now we use this elevator to get up. Let's see if we find something interesting here. First of all, these statues. What we can see right now is the pattern. We have a perfect example right before our eyes. It's our own pattern, which could be easily compared. Let me use the binocular. Okay, it's the left button. Okay. First of all, the fire that she is holding is blue. That gives me vibes of arcane and magic that this whole location is filled with. And the pattern on her clothing reminds me of the exact one that I have, so Earth Tree. I wear the Godric Knight's attire, and as I remember, they have this Earth Tree crest and also the beast. So the Earth Tree and the beast is depicted, and for me, okay, maybe the pattern itself is different, but the way it's done, the thickness of the lines, it's definitely the same. I have to look at this better to compare them, but they have definitely something in common. I cannot say much about the statue itself. It doesn't remind me of something. Only one detail that I know, it's that we will get this type of attire when we walk through the Eternal City. I remember from my previous walkthrough that I had this type of hat or head covering. So this is probably some maybe priest or some figure from the ranking system from the Eternal City. So let's walk further. First, like the second one, I wanted to mention we are on the bridge, so the rest of the location we explored is there. So this is on the left side, it is a church or a tomb, we don't know yet. And this is the flow of the river. That is probably Siofra river, and this is the dump that is blocking it and create this waterfall for it to go down. So our assumptions that claimants are looking for something in the water of this river is true, because it falls from here, from the upper place. Interesting that only 2 of the statues have fire. This one didn't survive, which makes sense. It doesn't have a fire, and this has no fire at all. Maybe we could lighten the fire and something will happen. Imagine finding out something new in the game after such a long time. Okay, let's see if we have something here. Of course, first we need to activate the lantern. Okay, this wouldn't be easy. So the lantern, let me find it to the 3rd item. Oh my god, where it is. What have I just done? Nothing. I wanted to assign it to the third slot. Okay, it's here. Nice. And now... Now it should work. Yes, the third one. And let's go back to the magical Estus to not mix it out next time, because HUDless gameplay is hard. And it's hard not because of the things you thought about, it's not hard to fight, it's actually easier to fight. But it's very hard about to get the right items. Okay, another aristocratic dude. By the way, the patterns here does not remind me of anything that we've seen before, and I would not bother to remember them at all because they're pretty sure basic ones, common ones. Okay, let's see. Preserving boluses. I'm always forgetting what boluses are doing what, so let's see. Alleviate scarlet rot buildup. This is quite interesting because as I remember, or as I think, this exact place would not feature any scarlet rot enemies. Maybe oh no, I'm so wrong. So it totally makes sense to see it here. By the way, the architecture of this place, just in general, looks unique. Maybe I forgot something from the main game. Okay, let's go closer to the river and get a little bit more of the mushrooms and more of the commoners slash aristocrats' corpses. This is a nice detail, so the water walks through here. And another pattern which maybe features moons up there, or maybe it's just the half of the pattern that we see because it's cut out by the rest of the bridge. Okay. These are the worst enemy in the world, especially for the HUDless walkthrough, because I'm not sure if I focused on them or not. But we're good now. Giant dragonfly heads. Let's refresh our memories on this material. It is long believed to have the ability to neutralize poisons, and it is used, as I remember, in any type of boluses that are preventing, yes, exactly, preventing the poisons build-up. Here we have it. Pretty straightforward. Okay, let's see what this guy has. Beast liver. Okay, going back to my previous assumptions that some of them were killed by beast or ancestral followers that we will see a little bit further away. It confirms, it just confirms. Let's check if the liver has something special. I'm not sure. The fresh liver of a beast, luscious fruit of life. Found by hunting herbivorous beasts. Dried liver boosts damage negation. Nice. It is interesting why they chose the liver as the damage negation agent. But there might be some source of it in the Chinese medicine. What do you think? Oh my god. This dude is very scary. And I'm pretty sure that some of the corpses we will find would be killed by this crab guy. Oh, small crabs! I feel pretty guilty by killing them, but There is no excuse actually. Oh yes, I don't have enough mana. Let's replenish some mana. Okay. I paid for it. We didn't! It's crazy. Now we definitely need some help. Oh my god! I kind of thought it would be a longer fight, that's why I definitely wanted to imbue my weapon with holiness, but it was totally useless. Crab eggs. I remember they are described as delicious food. Eggs of large crabs which dwell in the shallows. I'm sorry for the sounds. Nutritious food stuff that warms from within. The flavor is exquisite. Only those of comfort and means know the truth. The crab eggs are more delectable than its meat. Let's refresh the knowledge on what it is used for. Okay, alleviates buildup of frost. Seems like we are getting too many items that will defend us against some illness or status effects. Sorry, this is the right word for it. Also boosts robustness. That also helps against effects. That's interesting. They are preparing us for something very hurtful. Nothing else. I maybe dropped this fashion to look what the ingredients are used for, because it takes so much time and I do this in the analyze section anyway. So maybe I will drop it, as I say. But for now, let's look for it. Yeah, doesn't make sense to have crab eggs or used for crafting arrows. But who knows? Okay, the same tomb here. Herpa. Okay, this poor dude was definitely killed by a crab. Let's check our HP, by the way, it's full. What did he had with him? Crab eggs, yes. Imagine that the crab used his body to... Okay. Now it has to be an Estus. To lay the eggs, guys. Very unfortunate soul. Nothing else here. Maybe I missed something here beside the stone because I turned left. No. Here, good. I think I should use torrent more in my walkthroughs. The river itself seems very shallow to me, especially here. Burnt. We are finally of use. Mushroom here, and nothing more interesting. We have a nice view now. on this river part is the bridge. Another couple of herbas. Another glowwort, which reminds us and keeps reminding us that we are in the closed space. This is the fake sky. Also this thing. The game taught me to sorry for this pause, I was looking for the right word. To take these small trees seriously. I have an idea that maybe, normally if the tree branches that are emitting a light are found like this from the earth, these are the roots of the earth tree, as I remember correctly. These ones, I will look for them further. I don't see them so far. Yeah, maybe here, so it might be just a part of decoration. Seems like it's just a part of decoration. So never mind, guys. I just thought that might be these earth tree roots that are coming from underground, but they are not emitting light for some good lore reason. I wasn't right. Another poor aristocrat guy. Let's see what you have on you. Your own. I think here. And we progress to the next grace, which is awesome. Let's activate it, but before resting, let's go on this small cliff on the left to check it out, because I've seen something there that might be interesting. What I'm especially interested in are the sounds. They're very unusual. I never heard anything like this before. In this game, of course. Okay, the deers. Or maybe this guy, not the deer. Let's see. Let's take a look at him. That wasn't my intention. Okay. This is the ancestral spirit from what I know, but we will have the possibility to confirm it further. I'm curious if he is emitting these sounds or these are deers. It doesn't seem like we'll find this out any soon. Okay, it's two of them. I would be very happy to get a drop from them. Seems like the deers are making these sounds. And they definitely are aware of me. Okay, sadly it is one hit. Let's see how they behave. This one is much tougher. Interesting. Okay, let's see what they drop. The Welling Arrow. Welling Arrow. It looks interesting. Arrows in which the spirits of small animals are thought to dwell. Deals magic damage, used by the master hunters of the ancestral followers. Yes, here we are. There is a new type of the enemy called ancestral followers. And I call them spirits, which they are as well, but the word followers is important. They are followers of the teachings of the ancestral dynasty that was here before. Another option that they are even more ancient than the dynasty that was mentioned in the claimants, because they kinda look to me very primordial, so very old. Like they inhabited this lands long before any dynasty was there. Another interesting fact is that the spirits of small animals are thought to dwell inside the arrows. So they somehow captured the spirits and imbued them into arrows. What doesn't surprise me is that it deals magic damage. This is no surprise at all. Let's see. Jawbone axe. This is so fun. I think I never had this drop on me. Never. Also, let me see the content of my flask, because yeah, restoring HP. I think there was one that improves the finding rate. Maybe I'm wrong. No. No. Yes. Okay, let's review the weapon, because it's totally new to me. I think I never seen it before. First of all, it looks kinda funny, like it is made out of the bone of the giant creature and giant herbivorous creature. So maybe a giant deer. Or someone who has not sharp teeth. Let's see the attributes. I'm surprised it doesn't scale with intelligence. It has a decent scaling from strength, but the requirements are very low. Is it the single-handed weapon? How could I find out, actually? Okay, but the damage is solid. Looks good to me. Okay. Now we see in the description. Axe made from a herbivore skull. As I said, weapon of the ancestral followers who disdain metal. Oh, this is a nice fact about them. Disdain metal. This axe is more of a bludgeon. It foregoes a bladed edge, instead using the beast's molar teeth to buffet foes, dealing strike damage. Okay. This makes sense to me. It looked more like a blunt weapon. Sorry, I forgot the word. And it is strange that it's called an axe, but whatever. The skill is wild strikes, swing armament with wild abandon. All to contain swinging. Can be followed up with a normal or strong attack. Oh my god, imagine the power stance. Let's review it again. Weapon of the ancestral followers who disdain metal. Okay, I think the disdain metal part is the most important here. Which makes sense to me because they look like druids, and druids are not usually good with any type of metal or modern technical improvements. So yes, it didn't give us much of information, but I'm just very happy to find it. Also, the good question was, what were the animals that was made from? I'm sorry, dudes. I just need your bones for crafting. It's tearing my heart apart to do this. Maybe I should stop. I should check if I really need to craft some arrows for this walkthrough or not. I'm curious if I could fire this up somehow. Let's use a fire pot. We do have one, at least one. Oh my god, we don't have a single one crafted. Okay. It wasn't my purpose at all. Sorry, my intention at all. It felt kinda bad. Let's take all the mushrooms. And I think before going further, I should rest. Also, it is not fair that I like to kill crabs more than deers. Crabs are not a single worse. Crab eggs. I wonder if they only drop crab eggs. I don't remember any other drop. This one doesn't have the same motive, to be fair. And I'm not sure if it makes sense to analyze each picture. But I think the very top row is the same that was depicted on the very first tomb that we've seen, but it was on all of the levels. And here we have something new. It reminds me of religious paintings, the icons that are used in our world. So maybe it has the same purpose. It depicts some religious rites for people that are involved, or figures that were involved. Okay, let's see how much runes do we have. Not much. I think it's a good amount for buying something from the vendor if we happen to meet one of them. Okay. This one has the same pictures but in different order. Let's also check them out. Like the row of women that are holding babies. That's how it looks to me. Cannot tell what happens here. Maybe the one before the last one depicts people that are gathering something, some fruits from the tree. And the last one I can't even comprehend. What is important about it? That this is a totem that we could light up and something happens. Something definitely happens. So let's light the flame. Nice. And let's find out what happens here. Maybe I should stop gathering herbals because I have 700 of them. Let's farm a little bit more followers. Okay, this one casts some magic. And the important here is that the type of magic is not something that I've seen. Maybe it is similar to the death blight magic, like the death magic or the curse magic. That, for example, death bird. And we have some status effect. Let's see. Can we see the effect on us? Yeah, sadly because of no UI we can't. It is very interesting. Maybe if he drops something we will find out more. I'm really curious about the bar that appeared and about the status effect. I need your bones. I'm sorry. Okay, this dude were probably killed by these followers here. Old Fang, or maybe not. Let's see. Rarely seen specimen of beast fang. Used for crafting items, found by hunting carnivores. Carnivores beasts. That's different. These multiple overlapping fangs grow from a single root. Perhaps they're a vestige of a primordial crucible. Same. We have the second corpse we found the primordial evidence on. And maybe it makes me feel that the followers are closer to primordial times themselves than the dynasty times. Because this place looks to me like a mix of, or layers of older like dynasties or generations, and then this stone buildings are built at top of it. And all of them are in ruin. But seems more like a natural ruining process. Like also interesting are these trees. They definitely look super old, even ancient. Whoa, the big new item here. And another camp, another encampment. We have 2 corpses here around. Let's take the simple item first. Inverted hub heater shield. Okay, this is nice. Maybe it will tell us more about these commoners or aristocrats. Metal shield, easier to handle than the kite shield. The inverted hub is the emblem of the company of slave ordered to explore the eternal city. Oh my god, we have the answer. We have the answer to one of our previous questions of what are these people? The corpses we find around. It is fun that it is a company. What is the alignment of this company? Which kingdom was financing this company, let's say? Of slaves ordered to explore the eternal city. So they were team of archaeologists. That's so fun. Oh my god. But okay, now I'm puzzled because they are wearing the not the commoner but aristocrats garb, and still they're slaves. There might be an answer to this question too, but it's extremely nice to have an answer now. I'm very happy. So they probably use the same way to get here, and they were scattered all along of this place. Maybe we'll find them even further, a little bit further, and they were trying to explore the city. they doesn't seem to bear any weapons. I mean, this one was shielded, so they had some kind of weapons. Okay, let's see what's here. Arterial leaf. This is very basic drop. I mean, it is a rare item and very useful one, but what can we do with it? Or what can we get about the explorers of the area? Stirs the blood, providing the enlivening effect. Yes, this... They might be using this one to craft something that helped them in the exploration. The question that is still relevant is, were they killed by someone from the dynasty times or from someone from the primordial times? Which the question is all stupid because they are definitely from the times of the Limgrave existed, etc. So the beasts that are responsible for killing them are right here, right now. We will probably meet them. Definitely not these deers. Okay, here you can see the part of the quest that is to unlock something that is lying up there. This is the reason why we are not going up there. Another commoner. But we have to light 8 of these columns, or totems, if you like, to enter it, or to activate something that lies in there. So we'll just proceed our walkthrough and explore this area later. I'm very hyped by the findings. I wasn't expecting the description of such a small and seemingly useless item would be so useful. I didn't check the stats because this shield is a small shield and it's not interesting for me anyway. And to be fair, I don't really know how to compare shields. This is another fun type of enemy that I'm really interested in. I don't remember if I touched them in my last walkthrough, but let's see what happened to us. This is an extremely bad idea because I have no... That was a solid test. So these guys seem to be a part of the primordial forces. They might be from the magic source as well. But my intuition is giving me that they're somehow connected to the followers, and maybe they're from the same type of magic that the shaman was using. We'll find out later about it. But of course they remind me of wisps from Dota 2. Very powerful. I think we were hit. Yes. Another tomb. This guy has the same weapon that we already seen. so I need additional lighting. Okay, the boars. The boars might be actually the sources of the fangs. Which is a little bit stupid because they're not carnivores. They're mixed eaters from what I know. It's not intended. Lump of flesh. Another beast part, true. Beast flesh filled with rich juices. Carnivorous beast. This might be from the boars, you know. So these explorers were killed literally by every type of the enemy around. So probably by ancestral followers, probably by boars, might be even killed by deers, who knows? By crabs, definitely. We have a proof. So this company was very, extremely unfortunate and useless. Now I'm very curious who sent so many slaves for a task that they're not really fit to. What do we have here? Poor raiment. Oh yes, they got a jackpot. Another dropping. Let's see the stats. How do I compare it? Each view? Sorry, I forgot what is this game. I cannot compare stuff. Yeah, nothing special. It made of the fur raiment fashioned from a priestly pelt, worn by ancestral followers, warriors. Yeah, and there are shamans, definitely. The ancestral followers keep their distance from the air tree, awaiting new buds. They are certain to sprout from their very flesh and indeed their souls. Oh my god. So they are waiting for air tree to start bloom again. Awake from the slumber, let's say so. Or the ring to be unshattered. They are certain to sprout from their very flesh and indeed their souls. This phrase I don't get. Who they? They the buds or they the ancestral followers? I'm very puzzled. But the most useful information from this item is that ancestral followers are connected to the earth tree. And this is important. Don't try to attack me, please. Okay, I have to kill them first, I guess. But the Earth Tree also existed in different eras, and I still support my idea about their primordial swords. And maybe they were like part of the Earth Tree system, let's call it this way, during the times of the primordial times. And now they kind of disconnected because the tree is in ruin. This is my current understanding, but I will have to think on this phrase again because I didn't get it. I'm not sure if this is spelled poorly or I'm just a bad English reader, which is definitely a case by itself. Nothing new here. And we should stay away from the wisps. I'm sorry. That was very rude. Also, there was a teleport, and the item next to the teleport, another one of the guys that were exploring the lands. I don't remember where the teleport takes you, but I think it's within the same location. Should we use it? I think we have time to use it. Somber smithing stone. Wow, he had very precious stone on him. Okay, let's use it. Okay, we just got a little bit further away. And I'm not sure that's what I wanted. Also, this place, I remember, is a big badass trap. So let's just carefully get back to the same place where we started. Because I want to explore it truly. Oh. It actually teleported us very far away. Which is expected if you think about it. Okay. We are back. Okay, I would like this mace drop. And the archer. I'm sorry, they all seem to have bows. They just use it for range fights. I'm not sure if I have full paths or not. Okay, the Welling arrows, we explored it already. What do we have here? Beast bones, beast bones. Okay. Does the followers drops the bones? Or am I mistaken? I should be more attentive next time when I kill them, because if they drop bones, it might mean something important. Okay, let's loot another expedition member. Golden room. Should we go and loot that item while I remember about it? Yes, I think so. This is the best place to farm beast bones that I could ever imagine. The rare item, let's see. Horn bow. Nice. This is one of the expeditioners, by the way. Let's see. It scales from intellect. Longbow made from animal horn. Wielded by the master hunters. Oh! Wielded by the master hunters of the ancestral followers. Imbues arrows fired with magic damage. Reveals its true worth when used with magic-infused bows. Mighty shot. They're very common on the heavy bows. Not sure if this one considered heavy. So what is interesting for me here is that we find the bow on this corpse. So it confirms the connection between ancestral spirits and the expedition crew. So now we know 100% that they were killed or they met them here in that time, like I did. Which makes a perfect sense to me. And also they fight back, so they were able to get this bow by killing some of the hunters. Trina's Lily is a new drop here. Something that we need to remember because Trina's Lily are very specific items and they have someone that we associate with. Of course the turtles are here. I am not killing turtles, even in order to get the turtleneck meat, which is an important crafting item. These are sacred animals, you should never kill them in any game. Even if they're bosses of the game, you just have no right. No beast bones this time. I think the last thing, sorry, the last thing we'll explore in this episode would be this part, because we're running out of the time, and we'll need maybe 2 episodes more to cover this place. Okay, I probably will not speak about what we see there, but we will definitely end up being there, and then we will discuss it. Okay. Let's try not to die. This is the part that is definitely worth it to play without the hood. Other low words. And this is the end, from what I know. And that part we will be able to visit, as far as I remember. Let's look at this figure on my bed. This looks to me like a Crucible Knight. And it's definitely him because I know the pattern of his shield. And I'm not a single moment surprised to see him here, because we have a lot of evidence of primordial presence here. I wonder if you can use the monocle to multiply it another time. Sorry, let me refresh my memory on this. Monocle here. Telescope, sorry. Stolen part allows the viewer to better see. Yes. I'll have to figure it out myself. I just clicked everything. Okay, I will find out later. But I have no doubts it is a Crucible Knight. And I know why it's him. I mean, I don't know why he's here, but Crucible is somehow connected to Eternal City. We will find out how. What is this item? Stonesword key. This is a common drop, so it has probably nothing to do with Eternal City. But it's cute. It is found of this expedition member. Yeah, no information on it. Just a rare drop for people that were curious and thorough enough to get here. Let's get back and not forget the item that we have seen on the lower edge or the lower level. Oh no. Maybe it's not that bad, you know? Maybe it's intended. Maybe it's not. Yes, that was a very thought through plan by me. I knew it. I will end up like this. Just a joke. Let's get the item. Maybe this bridge or this section was intact in the time that the guys were exploring this place, because this is the very unusual place for him to end up. Dwelling arrows, a lot of them. So whether he was killed by some ancestral hunter, or he killed the ancestral hunter and get the arrows from him. Both is very probable. Because since they were shields, they might have also wearing other items. Okay, nothing here. And I will end up this episode right here. Let's stand somewhere on the way that we were originally exploring. Another Trinas Lily. I should put it into the analyze part, definitely. Do not forget that we found Trinas Lily here. So, if this has some connection to Mikela. But this is for future. Thank you guys for staying with me. I hope this episode was fun. I think it was a little bit less excited than previous, lore-wise. of course, because we just started in the Eternal City and the most of items that we found this time were just the same. But some pieces of lore were just magnificent, like the expedition one. So, bye-bye. Hey guys. The sum up for this episode would be shorter, or it seems shorter to me at least. Let's dive right in. First of all, that we discovered today in today's episode were the statues on the bridge right after the elevator. I will just leave them as a question because we definitely will see them later, because as I said, their clothing reminds me of some attires that we will see later. I think I even wore them for one of my walkthroughs. So let's just keep it here for later. Next was we met the ancestral followers, which is the new type of enemy for our walkthrough, and they are spirits. And as far as we discovered, we have 3 types of them, which are master hunters, warriors, and shamans. I don't have confirmation yet about shamans, but we definitely seen one that was emitting some kind of magic, like probably like arcane or ghost type of magic. What we know about ancestral followers, it's they disdain metal and use wooden or animal part weapons like one we found, which is bone axe and horn bow. What I was the most concerned about in this episode was the timeline, because in the well depths, so right after we entered the Eternal City, it was quite easy because the age of the building and the age of the claimants seemed the same. Right after we found the riverbank grace, it started to be a little bit harder, because which era are the ancestral followers from? I have no answer for this question, because they might be from the Earth-Tree era, because we have a confirmation on Fur raiment, which is say the followers keep distance from Earth-Tree, which confirms they were living in the Earth-Tree era. But it might be that the part of their lives when they were actually alive, not the spirits, might have been much older. So for now we have no confirmation. My idea is that they are much older than Earth-Tree, but maybe they lived up to the time that Earth-Tree existed and Golden Order started. And I also have 0 guesses how it's connected with the Ancient Dynasty on the timeline as well. So this is the question we have to answer later. And of course, how they became spirits. Did they die naturally or some kind of cataclysm? Or they were killed? Or I think it would be fair to get any evidence of their death for the future. I was looking at the Fur raiment description a little bit longer, because I still don't understand what does it mean. Like, the followers keep distance from Earth-Tree, awaiting new buds. Like, they are waiting for Earth-Tree to grow new buds. This I could get, but the next one, they are certain to sprout from their very flesh and indeed their souls. Like the Earth-Tree buds would sprout from their flesh and souls. I don't get it. Earth-Tree is physically in some place and these guys are in different place. How the Earth-Tree could sprout from their very flesh and souls. Another idea that I got that followers keep distance from Erdtree is that maybe they existing during Erdtree era, and then after they died, as far from what we know from the game lore, that the souls go back to the Erdtree, so they return to the Erdtree. But ancestral followers didn't want to return, so that's why they, let's say, keep distance. That's what I thought this might mean. And they are waiting till the shattering is undone and the tree starts to bloom again, the new era starts, and maybe they will return to Erdtree. This is also one of the theories. Another interesting part was the grey trees that grow around the riverbank. We see the new grow, so the green trees everywhere, and also this old looking grey trees. I'm quite interested, and all of them look destroyed, so, or broken. You could even see probably them on this picture. This reminds me or gives me some idea of multi-layered space. So there was some space or some location long time ago, probably in the primal era, with this kind of trees, and then they gradually get destroyed, and maybe ancestral followers were there at that time, and then it was destroyed, and then the eternal city came. And I believe that all these ruins are part of eternal city, so newer building in the era of Erdtree, but we will see. Also, we have seen the Crucible Knight and many primordial fauna evidence, like the horns and fangs around. How are they connected to the Eternal City? This is one of the most exciting questions. And very cool fact that actually almost fully answered the question about the commoners. We found an inverted hawk shield that points that these people were part of the company of slaves ordered to explore Eternal City. It kind of answered the question, what are the commoners' corpses around? But it gives us more questions like, whose company was that? Who organized slaves to explore the Eternal City? And why? Why was it needed? Who was interested? And another unanswered question, I'm not sure I will get the answer for this, why they wear like aristocratic garbs if they are technically slaves. Doesn't matter, but we'll keep finding their corpses everywhere. And also, I think that part of them might still be grave robbers, maybe some pilgrims, or worshippers of the gods, or any other type of creatures that might be sacred for some reason in this area. So not all of them are part of this company, yes. Some of them might be just random people that end up there. And the question is, that is still relevant, how did they get into? Probably they used the same elevator, but maybe we will get the information of some other way. The rest was something about wisps. I'm very curious. What is their nature? Are they part of the ancient fauna, or they are something new? What type of magic is killing me? Like nothing. Like, is this arcane magic? Like, is it glintstone magic? No idea. Let's get some info on this. And the last one, why we find Trina's lilies around. How Michaela's lily end up in Eternal City, how it's connected. I think we are pretty solid here. I'm very happy that we answered one of the previous questions. We got plenty of new one, and timeline starts to be a little bit harder. That's what From Software likes to do. Like, especially I think in Dark Souls 2, we got multi-layers of different kingdoms, one on another, and we could track the references from any kingdom each time we walk through, and it makes extremely hard. It makes it extremely hard to understand the timeline and the story, but that's why we are doing this. It's very exciting. So thank you again, and see us in the next episode.